Hi, my name is Ellie Cappy. I'm the Southeastern Territory Manager here at Xybix. I'm at Guilford Metro 911 in North Carolina, and I'm here with.
My name is Melanie Jones. I'm the Executive Director for Guilford Metro 911 here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
And today we would love to talk about their process with purchasing furniture from Xybix from start to end and their experience with us throughout the whole process. So to begin, I guess we'll start off with, in the initial stages, what initially prompted you guys to start looking at furniture options?
So the console furniture that we had previously, we had had for 13 years, and we were having some mechanical issues with the up and down of that furniture. So we knew that it was time for replacement. The state recommends you replace it every 10 to 15 years, so we knew we were right in the middle of that. So that was when we knew that we were going to start this large project of replacing both our backup site and our primary site.
So you just started reaching out to companies, and when you started reaching out to Xybix, what was the design process like, and how did that go?
So it went very smoothly. We had a committee of our communicators that work within the 911 center that went around to various 911 centers in our state that had Xybix consoles already, as well as others, and they decided that Xybix would be the best fit for us. And so Christine Moore, who's the Deputy Director of Operations, as the project manager for this, started the process of working with Xybix because of our 26-seat center at our primary and 18 at our backup. So we knew that we wanted a fresh design, but then we ran into a hitch with the primary site, and we were able to build it out around what we currently had.
Mm-hmm. And we did some videos on this too. So there's a lot of columns at the primary site where we're currently at. So we made sure to design it around the existing columns in the room and where the existing power locations were. I guess going toward the installation process, how did that go with, keeping in mind the existing power locations and, what our installers had to work with there?
Yeah, so we decided to do our backup site first so that when the primary site had to move over to the backup, they would already be installed at the backup site. It takes a lot of logistical work between our radio shop, our IT shop, and operations to make it all go smoothly. They had a system set in place to do a pod at a time to ensure that the wiring under the floor was coordinated, connected the same as it was before. They actually made it much cleaner this go round, tied them together. It was a great experience working with them throughout the process.
Awesome. And then this wasn't an empty room, but we dismantled the existing furniture, disposed of it, and then installed the new furniture. Mm-hmm. So I guess how was the coordination with working at the backup site while this was being done?
It actually was a great process. We actually had 2 large dumpsters that they delivered out here to our parking lot so that as you all were dismantling one pod, they would carry it out, the next pod, carry it out, and then they would move in and start building up the new. Awesome. It worked out really, really well.
Wonderful. So how's the experience been so far working with Xybix from a customer service perspective and from the design team and coordination there?
It has been very well. We've had a great experience. We've had very positive feedback from our telecommunicators. The look is much more sleek and sophisticated. We have only had an issue with lighting, and Xybix is addressing that, testing it, and trying to figure out what the issue is. So we've been very, very pleased overall.
Amazing. So what advice would you have for someone else who's just beginning to plan this project, whether it's another director or someone else in the organization?
So I would highly recommend having a project manager to oversee the whole process, but you have got to include your employees, the people that are using these consoles day in, day out. You have got to let them see the functionalities that are offered, the various colors. They need to be involved in every single piece of the process. I highly recommend it. Now in the state of North Carolina, we are very fortunate that our state 911 funding from our emergency telephone system fund pays a large portion of console furniture for the 911 center. So if you are blessed to be in North Carolina, you need to go through the process of getting that eligibility finalized before you go through so that you will know what your department is responsible for outside of the state 911 funding.
So when you say to give the dispatchers an opportunity to weigh in on the options, what process did you guys take to do that?
So we have senior supervisors, and then we have assistant supervisors, and they were engaged in the process for their teams, and they were able to travel around to see the various consoles throughout the state before making a decision to go with Xybix.
Thank you, Melanie, for doing this interview with us and for being here today. And thank you to your entire team for also doing this with us.
Sure. We appreciate y'all coming in and taking the time to do this for our employees. If there's anybody that is interested in replacing furniture consoles, if you would like to come to Guilford Metro 911 and visit to see what the functionality is, please feel free to reach out to me. We'll be happy to set it up for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. And if you have a project coming up, please reach out to us. We'd love to help.